Hello, 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 my darlings. Thank you for joining me on A Slice of Life, A Slice of Life. Tonight, we're going to talk about being a brand. Are you a brand? Do you have brands that you must have? You got certain lipsticks, and I got to go get me a Max or a Ruby Woo. I mean, just brand. Everything has a title to it. So you got a brand that you like. You only wear what's that? Chrétien Louboutin shoes, and you only wear this, that, and the other. Well, listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. Are you super aging? You're getting older without getting old? Well, the first thing you need to recognize that you are a brand. Yes, I'm going to say it again. Reno, for the people in the back, you are a brand. Now, what about your brand? What about your brand? What are you doing to help your brand? I told people once I was a brand, and they said, what? I said, wait a minute. Oh, yes, I am. Whatever your name is on the other side of the screen, whatever your mama named you, whatever name you came up with, that is the brand. And it's a brand that represents your family. It represents the ancestors. So there's some people back there that got you where you are today. A brand, a brand. Listen, you are a brand. I'm a brand. I'm Georgianne Thomas. That's my brand. When people say Georgianne Thomas, then what does that mean to different people? It means different things, different people, but I'm my own brand. So let's talk about branding. I heard this today. Yeah, I heard yesterday or today. Listen to this. Listen up now. A brand, it was Myron Golden. Let me make sure I give credit. A brand is created along the way, not before, but during. Oh, let me say that again. For the people in the back. A brand is created along the way, not before, but during. And what did I mean by that? Well, Georgianne was a different brand at 21. She was a different brand at 31. She was a different brand at 42 and a different brand at 55. And definitely at 77, she's a different brand. And trust me, at 82, I'm a real different brand. But I'm a brand. What are you doing about branding yourself? What do people think about you when they hear your name? What's the brand that comes forward? What brand do you want to come forward? Who are you in the brand? What part of the brand is you, and what part you still got some other stuff going? You got this going on, that going on, mama them, auntie them, big mama them, all that added to the brand. You know the song, part of my class I teach at Clark Atlanta. In my humanities class, I teach Gregory Porter, and I teach the song Painted on Canvas. Yes, I do. And he talks about gesso, being a blank canvas at first, where you're a blank canvas and all those hues and all those colors get thrown on you by all the neighborhood and what happens in your home and all that. We talked about that on yesterday. Well, today I'm talking about who's painting your brand. You see, I've been doing this a long time on other people's shows. I remember going and getting somebody and promoting them and making sure that they got into the radio field. Just helping people get to where I thought they wanted to be, or where they said they wanted to be. But what about my own brand? I was helping people on shows, and I'm grateful for those who asked me to co-host with them. But I started the show way before Oprah. Way before Oprah. And I said, well, it's going to be all right. It's okay. And so I just kept on with what I was doing. And then when the Oprah show came out, and I said, oh, I'm doing the same thing. People said, no, you're not. You're not doing her. I was thinking, well, why am I not doing her? Anyone who was doing a female woman talk show was doing the same thing as Miss Oprah Winfrey. Granted that she made a breakthrough, but it doesn't mean that the rest of the women who are all over the United States and all over the world doing a talk show didn't have something to say. She just said it. She had a way of saying it that made people heard her, and so she became a brand. And do you remember how people got angry with her because she put just her picture on the magazine? I would do the same thing. The magazine would be Georgianne. That's a brand. So how are you branding yourself? And what I like about this is that branding is created along the way. So whatever brand you were before you retired, you're a new brand now. And why why not take time to shape that brand into what you really wanted it to be? Shape that brand into the person you really want it to be. Shape yourself into, you see, you looking at TV and looking at all these different things and like wishing that you don't have to wish for any of that, baby. You can be all you want to be. All you got to do is do it. My biggest thing with most of you is doing it. If I can come up here and do 700 shows with no teeth, no hair, and neuropathy just be eating me up sometimes. Sometimes I can barely get up off of this chair, you know. But it's something I enjoy doing. What is it you enjoy doing? What is your brand? What is that thing that would be, people will say, you know, all the time I knew Coretta, she was always at the senior citizens home. That, you know, she got a reputation for that. See, your brand is your reputation is your brand. But your brand is something that's continuous. It's not done in a day. You know, some people put the sign out and then put the brand up, and then they make something into it. Remember, Nike was some other thing, and then it went on to something else, because it's always evolving. The brand is always evolving. What does it say? A brand is created along the way, not before, but during. And so this brand, this Georgianne brand, is being created every time I'm on this show. And there are people saying, wow, you know, I kind of like her show. I think she's doing a good job, you know, but I didn't wait for them. I'm hoping I'll find my group of people that like me enough to want to subscribe, to want to put a note in there, and who want to share it with other people as we talk about getting older without getting old. Now, you know, I know the lights must do some, but trust me, I do a lot with all of this. And, you know, if I got on this ultra branding and, you know, and maybe just lost my mind for a minute, I would go get a facelift and take you back to this Georgianne. But that's another brand. That's another brand right there. That's another brand. This is the brand today. This is the brand on Halloween 2024. You see, is it trick or treat time? That has nothing really to do with me. What I'm asking you, if you're going to talk about trick or treat, let's talk about your brand. This is a trick or a treat. Are you a trick or a treat? Is your life a trick or a treat? Are you tricking? Or are you treating? My. I'm just asking about this branding thing. The branding is very important. People, regardless of what, if you say you wear t-shirts all the time, that's your brand. When people say, oh, I know Loretta, you talking about the girl who wears t-shirts all the time? That's her brand. And and people will know her by her brand. What is your brand? And then the undergirding brand, I think, for all of us, is to make sure we got God in our life. And that's the brand you want. That's the brand you want. You know, the kindness that comes with your branding. The kindness that comes with your branding. The looking out for people that comes with your branding. Baby, how are you branding yourself? You know, I told you I like those salt and pepper people down there in Texas, because they're branding themselves. I like the way they branded themselves. I don't know them. They don't know me. But I like the way they branded themselves to say, we look good. We look good. But we're going to take these looks that we have and we're going to do something to help some people. That's how I feel. It's some good-looking people on the other side of the screen. It's some good-looking people on TikTok. Some good-looking men and women. And many of them are using all that to help others like I'm helping you. And I like that. I like the way. So what is the brand? A Slice of Life, Dr. Georgianne Thomas. Those two go together for this brand. But there's a Dr. Georgianne Thomas brand. I had a student call me today. I taught her maybe about 10 years ago. Maybe about 8 years ago. I've had my telephone number for a long time. And she said, I was just thinking about you. She's getting a PhD from Georgia Tech. Wow. That's a brand I have. She said, I remember G Nation That was my brand. We talking about a brand, what it says, creates along the way, not before, but during. So I was G Nation at one time. And G Nation brand was all about brilliant, intelligent, super students who were in my class who earned an A. Then they belong to G Nation. Right now, Clark Atlanta has CAU Excellence. So I use that because I'm not in the classroom to drill. I'm not in the classroom. You know, I teach online. If I were in class, I would bring back the G Nation brand. But I got that brand. I sing. Those who met and saw me for the first time, then they hear my name. You know what she sings. You know, she sings. Then those who I taught French a long time ago. That was a French teacher. You see, so it's different brands, but I stay on some kind of branding. Oh yeah, some kind of branding goes on all the time. What about your brand? Will somebody come and click on you and make a purchase for your brand? Or because see, as far as I'm concerned, I owe you some change maybe from time to time. You know, sometimes I think I owe you some change because I'm like, some days it's rough for me. Down here, these feet, sometimes I'm almost at wheelchair level, you see, because the neuropathy is so bad. But guess what? I got me a cane and I go ahead and walk on it. So the new brand might be, the brand as we're going along is, oh, I know her, the lady with the cane. But it's okay. Because one thing I want you to know me as, the brand that I want you to know me as, is the woman who talks about super aging, getting older without getting old. Let's talk about your brand. I need you to go get what? Oh, Lord. Let me tell you what these are. These are called pens. And they got something called, I know you don't know anything about it, it's called paper. And you take the pen, and you take the paper. It helps with the eye and hand coordination, helps make sure that the brain remembers it much better. And write down my brand is. And make me about 2 or 3 things. Okay, I need about three things that's your brand. So let me close this out with what I wrote down about your brand. What I need you to do for homework, because we're on Friday Eve. Okay. What I need you to do is review your brand. Because I reviewed Georgianne's brand, you know, because I started off with a whole lot of stuff, and then I took down some, and then I just like put on what I feel like putting on now. And then tonight I said, oh, let me put on some more of my stuff. You know, so I had to review my brand from time to time. I had some kind of other hair, then I had a different kind of hair, and then, you know, then I settled on this hair. And some days I take it and I show y'all how much little hair I got some more hair growing right here. It's okay, you know, but I'm going to go get something done and take this off one day. Whatever I got up there, that's what's going to be up there. Because that'll be a different brand. Okay, so you review your brand. And then as you review, you discard some things. Okay, so I've discarded some of that. You know, I had a whole lot. I have some on my head. You know, I had a whole lot of get-ups. You know, and I was like, oh, it just takes too much. I don't want to do all that. I am much. I know I'm much, okay? All this is much. Like Wayne McMillan would be trying to figure out why I got these hanging down, this going this way and this going this way. See, this will worry him. But it's okay. I'm good with it because this is how I feel today. Because this is my brand, you see? You know? And so you got to just, but sometimes you got to review your brand and discard. Now, I had one more. I had one more. And I was like, much. Now, if you think this was much, yeah, it was much. Okay, so the next thing, after you review your brand, then you discard some of it because you just sort of work in progress. Then you, number 3, I said you recalibrate. So you recalibrate your brand. So, you know, I got a different studio. See, I like this studio much better. You know, if you look at this studio and if you study my studio, then you know a whole lot more about me than you think you know. If you study the studio, my studio reflects who I am. So I had to recalibrate by getting a studio that spoke more to who I really am. And then number 4, then you can just rebrand. So my rebranding is to be in this studio and do a slice of life from here, and to really um, study my work, read more, gravitropic. You have to read more books and study other people's sites, just to get some ideas and listen more intently to what's going on in the world, and incorporate some of that, because the whole thing is about helping the people on the other side of the screen. In this case, I always show Georgianne, and then I use me as an example to help you. If something I'm saying to help Georgianne is basically I want to help you, and it helps Georgianne. You get my point? So today, I hope you get something out of brand. A brand is created along the way, not before, but during. I listen to Myron Golden. He doesn't need me to tell you all listen to him. He's got, about 25,000, no, 250,000 viewers, almost a million, no, 800,000 subscribers. So he doesn't need me. So I'm not doing it because I want y'all to go over there because I need you to go over there, or he needs you. I just want you to know from where I gather some of my information, because I really, really enjoy watching other people, what they're doing and how they're doing it and what they're saying. I learn a lot. I've learned a lot. YouTube has become school for me in many ways, and I would recommend it for many of you. When you can't do something, just put in how to, and then YouTube will tell you how to do it. And so, like me, I'm talking about branding today because I want you, see, you got free time. You got, and you're going to have some free time. You're 25, 35, but those who are already retired, I retired at 52. Those of you who are retiring at 52 and starting your business, you got to get your brand together, and it's got to be every day. See, somebody said, where you going? If I get up, I'm going somewhere. Why would I not get up and look like this every day? Why would I not get up and look like this every day? Now, sometimes it's early in the day before I get all this, or it's late in the day. But I don't know anybody who knows me well. I don't know anybody who knows me well that doesn't know that I get up every day. I wear my lipstick to take out the trash. Wear my mink to the mailbox. Okay. A brand is created along the way, not before, but during. And why did I say, listen, I don't have many places to go in the mink. I bought the mink in my younger years, so I rebranded it to go to the grocery store, and I got it because Peter said something. I don't know what all they said, but baby, I had my coat long before they had a Peter. So don't even. We're not getting ready to go there. Anyway, listen to me. Listen to me. Your brand. Think about your mother, your father. I think about my parents, my mother, and my stepfather, my real father. I think about my real father, how he missed out, how he missed a lot. And I don't know. Some of my branding, I like to get going with his music. He didn't get his music where, I don't have mine where I want it to be, but it's farther along than his. And then I'm bringing him with me. And one day we will be singing in Times Square. Can't we be friends? I know it. I know my song. I know my music. It's green. So let's go to the other branding part. My music is green. I wrote some of them in 69, 68, 70 something, 2017, 18, and it's all green. Go to any platform and put in One Woman Show, or go to YouTube and put in Can't We Be Friends. Listen to the lyrics on that. It's a lot of people kind of need that song. The right group of people going to get together and need that song, and it's going to be a hit. I already know that. I feel it. But whether it's a hit or not, the lyrics are really good, and they say a lot. And that's all part of the Georgianne branding. What's going on with your branding? Are you willing to review your branding? Are you willing to discard some stuff? Because you got to be able to throw stuff away now. Are you really willing to recalibrate that brand? And then, baby, are you willing to rebrand? See, these glasses are all part of the rebranding of Georgianne Thomas, a slice of life. I love you, and you can't do anything about it.